I am Henry Clay, and I am a U.S. representative from Kentucky. I'm a strong supporter of nationalism, which is having feelings of pride and loyalty to a nation.
Clay believed that a strong national economy would promote national feelings and reduce regional conflicts. He developed a plan that came to be known as the American system. I have Henry Clay with me here.
Hi, I'm thinking of my plan called the American System, which is a plan for raising tariffs to pay for internal improvements such as better roads and canals.
The first federal roads project, construction of which began in 1815, ran from Cumberland, Maryland to present-day Wheeling, West Virginia. To improve the nation's roads, Congress agreed with Clay and invested the road building. This is one of the construction workers making the road. Meanwhile, Americans tried to make water transportation easier by building canals. One of the largest projects was the Erie Canal. Here is one of the workers building the canal.
I just finished building the Erie Canal, which runs from Albany to Buffalo, New York. I just completed it and it's 1825.
From 1815 to 1825, the United States enjoyed the era of good feeling, an era of peace, pride, and progress.
Even during the era of good feelings, disagreements between the different regions, known as sectionalism, threatened the Union.
My state is better than yours.
No, it's not. Strengthened by two Supreme Court case decisions that reinforced the power of the federal government. It is 1819, and this is the case of McCulloch versus Maryland. And now I'll be the judge. We assert the implied powers of Congress in allowing the creation of a national bank.
The second decision from the Supreme Court was in 1824, which was the case of Gibbons versus Ogden. We say that the states cannot interfere with the power of Congress to regulate interstate commerce. To protect the power of free states, the House passed a special amendment.
We declared that Missouri would be accepted in the United States as a slave state, but importing enslaved Africans to Missouri is illegal.
A disagreement arose when Congress considered Missouri's application to enter the Union as a slave state. At the time, the Union had 11 free states and 11 slave states. Adding a new slave state would have tipped the balance in the Senate in favor of the South. North Carolina Senator Nathaniel Macon wanted to continue adding slave states. Here is Nathaniel Macon with something to say.
Why depart from the good old way, which has kept us in quiet, peace, and harmony? Henry Clay convinced Congress to agree to the Missouri Compromise, which settled the conflict that had arisen from Missouri's application for statehood. This compromise had three main conditions. Number one, Missouri would enter the Union as a slave state. I'm Missouri.
And I'm the Union. Missouri, you have now become a slave state.
Oh, thank you.
Number two, Maine would join the Union as a free state, keeping this number of slave states and free states equal.
Such a sad day.
Maine?
I'm Maine. I wish I was free.
I'm the Union, and now you are a free state.
Thank you. I'm so happy.
Keeping the number of free states and slave states equal. Slavery would be prohibited in any new territories or states formed north of 3,630 latitude, Missouri's southern border. Slave!
Yeah?
What are you doing? It's supposed to do with your work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go do your work.
I'll go do my work. Guess what? I just got a letter that slavery is now banned in states north of the 3630 latitude. I'm no longer a slave.
Oh no! Who's gonna do my work for me now? It's 1824 and it's time for the new presidential election. I have with me here one of the electors for the members of the Electoral College.
So, who are you gonna vote for the new president?
John Quincy Adams!
Okay.
It's time to find out who won to become the president. The winner is John Quincy Adams!
Yay! Okay, Andrew Jackson was the runner-up in the presidential election, and his supporters claimed that Adams had made a corrupt bargain with Henry Clay. These accusations grew after Adams chose Clay to be Secretary of State. The controversy weakened Adams' support.
Stay tuned to find out what happens in Section 3.
Yeah.